Attention duelists. Phoenix here bringing you a how-to instructional guide on how to Volcanic Snake-Eye OTK. Now, I'm certain you'll probably see a bunch of bots doing this in the future, but right now the Volcanic cards have just been added along with Bonfire. So Snake Eyes is popping off, it's everywhere. And so I figured I would take this time to show you all how to make Snake Eyes a little bit cooler by making the archetype of the coolest character from GX a part of it. Now, what do you need for this FTK to work? You need Snake Eye Ash to be summoned. That's it. That's all you need to start this off. Your opponent interrupts you. There are ways to play around it. I'm going to show you one match where I get through the combo without any interruptions, and one after that where there is a slight bit of turbulence, but we managed to pull it off anyway, and I'll show you how to do that. Starting off this combo, activate Wanted to add a Bellstar. This is me checking to see if my opponent has a hand trap. Then I summon Ash, add Poplar. Poplar does its thing, it's added, it summons itself, it's summoned, it adds a card. You then link it away for Linkuriboh. Poplar will then summon itself, set itself in the back row. Ash will send itself and Poplar away, summon Flamberge. Flamberge effect, target Poplar, put it back in the back row, use the card that was added by Poplar, sending it away to summon Rimfire. Then link all three of them away for the Promethean Princess. Flamberge effect will activate, Rimfire will activate also, which is just as important, using its effect, sending away Volcanic Trooper by banishing itself. Flamberge will summon back Poplar and Ash. Use Promethean Princess to summon the Trooper. Trooper on summon will add Volcanic Emperor. Then use Trooper's effect, pitching the Emperor to give your opponent a bomb token. Promethean Princess and Volcanic Trooper then link together for Amphibious Amphiboale. The Poplar will be linked away for Relinquished Anima. This is to get yourself a Spellcaster monster to have with your Pyro, which you will send both away to summon Familiar Possessed Greater Fire. Greater Fire will then burn your opponent when it's summoned by its own effect for damage equal to the attack of one monster they have, which is the 1000 of the bomb token. Then Amphiboale and Greater Fire will link away for Geonator Transverser. You know it's going to be weird when she shows up. Greater Fire's effect will activate because it was sent away, adding Spiritual Fire Art to your hand. Then, banishing 3 Pyros to summon Volcanic Emperor. Emperor will burn your opponent by an amount equal to 500 times the amount of banished Pyros you have, and set Volcanic Emission. Make sure you summon Volcanic Emperor and the bomb token in positions where the arrows of Geonator Transverser will point to them. Then use her effect, swap control of those monsters, use Linkuriboh to tribute the bomb token. Then use Linkuriboh and Geonator Transverser to link together for your second Promethean Princess. You will take a bit of your own burn from Emperor, but it doesn't matter. Make sure you turn on Toggle instead of keeping it on automatic or off as you pass turn. Activate Volcanic Emission, targeting Volcanic Emperor. You're going to use the second effect to burn your opponent for an amount of damage equal to the attack of a Pyro monster, and if it's one that your opponent controls, it's the full damage. And you're going to use Spiritual Fire Art to tribute your Promethean Princess and deal damage to your opponent equal to the attack power of that monster. Take 2700 and 3100 for game. So, that was a flawless, no interruptions way of doing it, but hey, what if you don't get so lucky? What if it's like every other game where your opponent opens up with a hand trap? Well, we got stuff for that too. Do open up Ash again, super lucky. Summon the Ash, and get hit by Imperm. This is a little rough because you need Ash's second effect also. I activate Wanted immediately to check if my opponent has Ash Blossom as well. So I have an idea of how to play around this. They don't respond, so I get to add Diabellstar, but Imperm resolves. Activate the 1-for-1, pitching the Hida. Summoning Poplar. Poplar was summoned, it'll do its thing. Get Original Sinful Spoils. Link it away for Linkuriboh. Poplar puts itself in the back row. Activate the Original Sinful Spoils, getting rid of Ash, summoning Oak. Oak will then target Ash, put it back on the field, use Ash's effect, send itself and Poplar away. Make Flamberge. Use Wanted to check for cards because I'm a little low on options. I get lucky and get Bonfire. Use Bonfire, adding Rimfire. Use Diabellstar to send away Rimfire, summoning herself. Her effect will activate. Rimfire will also. Rimfire sending away Trooper. Diabellstar doesn't really matter what she's setting at this point. But Trooper is in the grave, and I have enough monsters to go into Promethean Princess. We do just that. Flambridge effect, summoning back Poplar and Oak. Promethean Princess, summon back the Trooper. Trooper to add the Emperor. Trooper, discard Emperor, give my opponent a bomb token. Promethean Princess and Volcanic Trooper, Amphibowhale. Oak to make Anima. Anima and Poplar go away for Greater Fire. Greater Fire burns them. I already have Spiritual Fire Art in my hand. Make Geonator Transverser. Banish 3 to summon Volcanic Emperor. Burn my opponent. Set submission. Transverser swaps control. Link Haribo, tribute the token, summon itself. Make the second princess. Set the fire art. Turn on the toggle, pass the turn, opponent draws, Volcanic Emission targeting Emperor, fire art, tributing Promethean Princess. No responses. There goes the game. And maybe you out there are wondering about what's the deck list for this? And also, if my opponent's doing this, how will I know when to stop them? Well, I'll tell you. Nice smooth transition, Phoenix. The deck list that I'm running runs 2 Rimfires, 3 Ash, 1 Oak, 1 Birch, 2 Poplar, well, it could be 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Trooper, 1 Awakening Greater Fire, 1 Heat of the Fire Channeler, 2 Diabellstar, 1 Emperor, 1 Flamberge, 1 1-for-1, Triple Tack, Sinful Spoil Subversion, 3 Bonfire, Sinful Spoils, 1 Divine Temple, Blaze Accelerator, 2 Volcanic Blaze Accelerators, 1 Called by, 3 Wanteds, 1 Dramatic Snake-Eye Chase, Spiritual Fire Art, Volcanic Emission, and Sinful Spoils of Betrayal. In the extra, we got Link Haribo, Relinquished Anima, Nightmare Phoenix, and Unicorn, Heat of the Fire Charmer, Dark the Dark Charmer, IP Masquerena, Geonator Transverser, Selene, the Queen of Master Magicians, Promethean Princess at 2, Amphibious Amphibowhale, Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess, Access Code Talker, and Underworld Goddess. Now, the important parts of where you could hit your opponent if they're trying to do this would be either like with the Imperm on the Oak at the Imperm on the Ash at the very beginning, or Imperming the Promethean Princess. Alternatively, Nibiru is a great way to get around this just in general, but as we all well know, there's really never a great spot to stop Poplar from doing its thing. So Snake Eye Ash and Promethean Princess are the biggest choke point. And alternatively, if you can negate Flamberge from being able to set something back or prevent it from summoning back to Snake Eyes, that would also be a possible choke point. This deck list is mostly still with the Snake Eye engine and with a little bit of Volcanic in it. So, alternatively, if you do not get to go first and set up the OTK, you can kind of just play Snake Eyes the way you normally do your link climbing, take IP, mess around with your opponent, that typical thing. Flamberge isn't a bad body. The volcanic stuff itself isn't bad either. You can send some cards away to pop cards on your opponent's field, do a little bit of burn. It's not as unique as I would have liked, but it's an OTK that is showing some love for the volcanics, which Austin O'Brien needs all he can get. But that concludes this. This is actually the second take I'm doing of this because the audio was absolutely fucked the first time around. Hopefully this one's better. I'll check later. If this one uploads, then what do you know? It worked. If not, what do you care? You're going to see a finished product anyway once I work out the bugs on that one, and we'll go for take 4. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy OTKing with Volcanic Snake-Eye. Bye.